Okay, today we are going to talk about going to. Then in the next part of the chapter, we will talk about will. And we'll also talk about expressions of probability. In other words, things that are not decided yet. So there is a timeline in the future tense. There are things that have not happened yet or not decided yet. There are things that you decide. And there are things that have been decided. So this is the first difference you see between will and going to. Now, to decide something, it's interesting to note that the word will, the etymology actually comes from the human will, which means in Japanese, ishi, the human will, the ability to decide, your willpower, okay? It is related to this because we're talking about a human being making a decision to decide something, to choose something, to promise something, and other meanings. All right, we'll come back to promises and so on afterwards, but they're grouped with that expression of will. It is an expression of will. First, let's look at going to. I'm going to work backwards here. So if you've made a decision and that decision affects the future, you are working towards that future event. So I'm just going to set this aside, give myself more space a little bit. We'll come back and look at will. Okay. Let's say I've gone to the travel agency and I've bought a ticket and I have my ticket to Hawaii, and now it's in October and my plan to go to Hawaii is in December around the Christmas vacation. So there's a gap between now and the actual event in the future. Notice that we use the ing, right? And it's prefaced by a be going to, okay? I am going to, she is going to, we are going to. And if you remember your grammar, be plus ing indicates you're doing something now. So it's useful to think of it as, what are you doing now for the future? You are, so I am preparing to go to Hawaii. I am getting ready to go to Hawaii. I am now making plans for my trip to Hawaii. All right, so this is why we use the ing form. The decision has been made, okay? So think about, what are you doing now? I am getting ready, I'm preparing. So this is why it uses the be plus ing, okay? Be making, okay? Getting ready, right? So that's what so there is some gap between having made a decision and actually executing your plan or the future event arriving, okay? So this be going to is used in that gap between the decision or the initial events and the actual event, okay? So let's think of a couple of examples. Like I said, if I already bought my plane ticket to Hawaii, let's say I bought that on Sunday, then on Monday morning, after I bought the ticket, I go to work and my coworker asks me, hey, what are you going to do for Christmas? Then I would answer, I am going to go to Hawaii with my family, okay? So that means my plans have been decided. Or in other words, it would be like saying, I have decided to go to Hawaii with my family. All right. Next week, we'll get into will and other uses.